Today we're putting Pro Circuit linkage onto a 23-24 KTM. This is a 300SX. They all take the same linkage, but we're replacing the stock one with this Pro Circuit one. And we're going to do a rider evaluation. They say it makes a big difference, so we're going to try it out and see how much better it makes the back of the bike work. Obviously the Pro Circuit one comes with all the bearings in it, not greased and sealed, so basically we're going to grease it. We have to take the outer cups and the inners out of the stock linkage, and we're going to clean and grease the bolts, and we're going to put it in the bike. And also we're actually going to ride this bike and see how it works. Okay, now we have all the middle pins and cups and everything transferred from the stock linkage, and all the bearings greased up real good, and all the stuff put into the Pro Circuit linkage. Bolts are all cleaned up and greased up, ready to go. Everything's all ready to go. Now we're going to assemble it on the bike. Just finished our KTM 23 KTM 300SX with the new Pro Circuit linkage. We are curious to give it a try out and see how it works. And there's the link all installed, greased up, ready to go. And we did have to go up. We went at 4 spring rates on the rear shock, just like they recommend. So next thing, we're going to get it out to the track and let you guys know how it works. Okay, here's the KTM 300SX that we put the Pro Circuit linkage on. We're going to go out in Glen Helen and try it. Well, we're out here. It's on the bike. And this bike, we also did a KYB conversion. And we did, we revalved the suspension. And we put a bladder conversion, revalved the suspension. And then we put, at first he rode it like that for a while. And he had a few little complaints. You know, the KTM linkage is not very linear. It's got a real spike in the middle of the stroke. So we went with the Pro Circuit link, put it on there, and they say to go up 4 on the spring rate. So we went from a 4.8 to a 5.2 on the rear spring. And then we're out here at Glen Helen today doing some testing. We didn't change any valving or anything. Left everything the same. All we did is put the spring they recommended with the linkage. Okay, we're here with the owner of the bike. We're going to get some impressions on what he thought about his Pro Circuit linkage. Okay, Pete, what do you think?
Well, the first thing I noticed is that it had a very smooth, linear movement throughout the stroke, from top to bottom, which made it very easy to balance the bike and have the forks work together, you know, with the shock. So, you know, beforehand, you hit a section on the linkage where, you know, it would actually get a little harsh, which made it very difficult to get your forks to work throughout the whole stroke. Because once the rear hit that particular spot, you know, the front would act differently also. So now the bike is very balanced. It handles a lot better through the turns. It stays planted. And then coming up the face of a jump, if you happen to see a kicker where before, you know, if you were at that harsh point, the bike would react, kind of violently. Now it doesn't. It's just smooth and straight over everything. So, and I seem to have better traction, and the bike actually seems like I'm getting from turn to turn a little faster because the bike is hooking up. And then through the chop, you know, it's the same, but it's easier to get the bike balanced.
Okay, so in your opinion, it did improve traction, improve comfort, and improve stability, and so it did everything that Pro Circuit claimed that it was supposed to do.
Yes, absolutely. And, you know, with that comes the confidence to be able to ride it a little bit harder, knowing you're not going to get some type of odd reaction out of the chassis.
Yeah, some weird spike.
Right. And so now I feel much more comfortable riding the bike. I feel I'm having a lot more fun, and I think I'm going faster. And I'm staying out on the track longer.
Good. So, okay, well, good luck at the races.